So I've tested the shopping research feature in ChatGPT and results are disappointing. Don't get me wrong, I'm rooting for ChatGPT and they're in a strong position to disrupt the product discovery process, but this latest release is just not it. I will be unpicking the results and publishing the report later this week, but if you want to be one of the first ones to get a copy, leave a comment in this post. So let's dive in. I'm going to be searching for something a bit more nuanced, something that I would expect AI agent to handle easily. So I'm invited to a wedding in March to Alicante. I'm thinking of wearing a pastel dress, something above the knee, not too short, ideally with puffy sleeves, that type of thing. Pretty sure the correct creative director term is leg of mutton sleeves, but I don't expect a casual consumer to know this. So then I select shopping research from the dropdown and off we go. So it asks to complete a survey. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit baffled by this decision. On paper, it makes sense. There is never enough context to provide the most accurate recommendations. Asking the user to clarify what they're looking for should provide better recommendations, right? However, this assumes the customer knows exactly what they want. Okay, you might say the best shopping stylist will ask probing questions. Like, yes, they do, but not like this. They don't ask you to pick merchandising category or filter type questions, right? A good shopping assistant can provide a far better styling guidance by asking questions like, what is your favorite pizza topping? How well do you know the couple? Who are you going with? Where are you going to stay in Alicante, right? So, and that is if you're going to ask any questions at all. So, is this totally bad? No, it does make sense for high intent purchases where the customer is certain that what they will buy or that they will buy a thing and they need help choosing the right thing. But that's simply not how most shopping is done. Like, where is the inspiration? Where's the discovery part of the journey? The prompt I submitted is actually a good example of this. The customer is looking for inspiration for something to wear in 4 months' time. And you expect me to know exactly what my budget is. What if I see something that's twice my budget, but I still fall in love with it? And it's totally missing that part of the journey. If solving product discovery was as easy as adding a quiz, Google and Amazon would have solved it long time ago. In fact, they did. It's called filters, and customers are not forced to apply them before they see the results. ChatGPT has raised the bar for user experience, no questions about it. Retailers are scrambling to figure out what is the future of CX when customers interact with their e-commerce site using natural language. But on this occasion, I don't think the latest release lives up to the bar. Shopping quiz is not the answer. Lack of context is not an excuse when over 800 million people are using ChatGPT as their therapists, personal assistants, life coaches. The expectation is that you should know whether someone can afford a $30, $300, $3,000 dress to wear as a guest at a wedding, or whether they prefer something a bit more modest or loud to make a bold entrance. Now, this sounds like a very harsh criticism, but it's only because ChatGPT created expectation of what exceptional CX should look like. This release simply does not live up to that expectation. I'm in the process of reviewing the ChatGPT shopping research recommendation results to see what products have in common and why products have been chosen as a recommendation. If you're also curious to figure out how product discovery in ChatGPT works, just write a comment or drop me a DM and you'll be one of the first ones to learn what I discovered.